Hi everyone, we are the group number 2 and conferred by Melanie Mero, Eduardo Beiro, and my person, Vanessa Kimi. Today we are going to present our Adsorption project about biochar obtained from soursop, bagasse, Annona muricata. The objectives are determine the adsorption capacity of biochar by taking carbon dioxide percent concentration to compare with the other kinds of similar studies. Specific, the elaboration of biochar from soursop bagasse using physical and chemical trimming methods to simulate by means of two mathematical modeling for carbon adsorption using the data obtained in the experiment. We are realized at physical-chemical simple analysis and determine the measured mass, pH, percent of acid, and bricks.
Part B, the sample treatment. 1. The sample was seized to remove as much moisture as possible. 2. 20 grams for wind sample was weighing to duplicate on the analytical value. New, the porcelain cloth previously drained in the oven at 110 degrees Celsius we use. Next, please. 3. The weighed sample was rising in the oven at 150 degrees Celsius for approximately 13 hours. Next. 4. The dry sample was cold for approximately 15 and 13 minutes in the second week silicon gel dries engine indicating cobalt chloride. 5. The dry sample was majorly crossed in the model on obtaining a particle size within 200 to 300 micrograms. Next. Part C, Biochar's production. 1. The source pyrolysis thermal procession was carried on in the molar for temperatures for 500 degrees Celsius for 35 minutes. Next. 2. The carbonate sample was allowed to decay in the second for 45 minutes. 3. The carbonate sample was thin weighting. Next. Part D, inactivation biomass. Preparation of sodium hydrazine solution. 1. 100 milliliter solution of molar sodium hydrazine was prepared. 2. The preparing the solution, 2 grams for sodium hydrazine was weighed on the balance. 3. In the places in the beaker and 20 milliliter for this distilled water has aided and shaken to dissolve. 4. Then this places in a 100 milliliter volumetric flash. Next. Part D, activation biomass. 1. The sample was placed in the crystallator. 2. The mechanical activation Biochar's sodium hydrazine solution was added to the sample. 3. The sample was allowed to stand for 30 minutes. Next.
Part D, activation of biomass. 4. The diverse sample was placed in the oven at 116 degrees Celsius for 30 minutes to remove moisture. 5. It was placed in the desiccator to cool for 20 minutes. 6. The diverse sample was weighted. Part E, assembling the adsorption column. 1. It's cool small space of gauze to form two rolls. 2. The first roll of gauze was placed with the help of wire at the bottom of the glass tube. 3. A paper cone was assembled with the help of glass funnel. The biochar was added little by little into the tube. 4. The other rolls of gauze was placed in the upper part of the tube. Part F. Experimental data collection. 1. Measure the gas concentration with gas meter. In our case, it was 0.72% of carbon dioxide. 2. Take the carbon dioxide concentration at the outlet of the column every minute.
Analyze of results. Well, from the date obtained the laboratory with the carbon dioxide detection instrument, it was possible to make the graph of the percentage of carbon dioxide coming out on the road. For which observing the graph in the evidence that did not present progressive growth of the carbon dioxide concentration. On the contrary, it tended to lower the concentration of the carbon dioxide. In the second graph, the representation of the cumulative linear adjustment of the carbon dioxide is made for that we'll use this question. Well, to model the second first and second for this, we may use it to overlap, where bases on the linear adjustment. They will obtain the values of k and we for that expression in the definite time, and the corresponding equation this model are. Next, please. I continue on table of result obtained experimentally is present by the modeling of the expression. It can be observed that the experimentally determined adsorption capacity was 3.79. Well, for the pseudo-fear model, it was 12,773. And for the pseudo second was 249.5. Also, expression fit very well to the day obtained with R square of 0.998. The difference in the relation to the adsorption coefficient is 99.96 to 99.97%. Header model is acceptable. And this error may be affected because the coefficient of the expression are the maximus well or expression value, making in the comparison with the study case where soursop seeds are used. The absorption power, absorption power that is presented at the end was 414.75. The difference is still maintaining for a long time, while the method I used was also more sophisticated. and the expander to obtain the Biochar. But even so, it did not reach the range of the ASTM regulation. In our experiment, we think that it was affected because some space were omitted. We considered the washing and later drain. It may also be that the biochar was contact with the environment for a long time. Another source of error that during the measurement was only for 15 minutes. Perhaps it had to have been carried out for a long time, or it could be that it was compacted enough which a good air flow was not produced through the. In conclusion, the absorption capacity of the source of bagasse Biochar was determined and compared with the test study where the experimental value obtained is very small compared to the case. With was more elaborate case where our Biochar was subjected to limited conditions of less than optimal physical and chemical treatments. The linear adjustments and the representation of two mathematical models are also carried out, adjusting almost to 100%. Next, please. Next. Among the recommendation, we have number one, very fit that the chemically active sample in the drink enough before taking in the move. Two, making sure that the sodium hydroxin regimen used for the preparation of the 100 millimeter solution in the high purification and the not contaminated. Three, using in the scaling for each simple and the group size by sharing and the scale with other group. It was not possible to correctly control the environmental condition. For share and consider other alternative methods for the treatment of the sample to the validate the result obtained with the method used in this practice. Next. Gracias. Thank you.